and once they were really warmed up, this was the series end, and they were able to turn things around starting around bind. So this is, I think, a very strong start for Wadada, and we were kind of laughing, Sierra, that they had banned Haven, one of their most played maps, just because that didn't really work out for them against FlyQuest.
Yeah, exactly. Now to be able to kick things off on their strongest map as well for Wadada, being 5-0 going into this GC. But also, if you're looking at the way that Wadada has been playing, they've been playing a lot of this just double sentinel between the chamber and the deadlock, and then trying to combine the deadlock with a lot of the Tejo/Raze utility around that area. So you're still having a good pack mentality around what Wadada has in terms of how they want to execute around the map, even if you're looking at all of these maps where both of these teams are not playing the most quote-unquote standard compositions ever. So they're just building their own meta and their own mold going into this game.
What I'm really excited for with this series, when I was looking back over the maps and what these two teams have been able to accomplish with them in terms of the qualifiers, in terms of just this kickoff in general, they're both looking good on these maps. Whether it's they're going up against a team where they were a little bit outmatched in that sort of way, so they're just, you know, kicking butt. It's just, regardless across the board, I think this is going to be a pretty close series altogether, Vans. And I'm curious with how Wadada is going to step it up now that they've seen more from FlyQuest, but FlyQuest, how they're going to adapt going up against the ones who had knocked them down to lowers in the first place.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as much as we say that Wadada is really good on this map, it's also a very good map for FlyQuest, as we've seen yesterday on how Bob has been playing it overall. So we'll have to think about how unstable, if they're still going to keep a Yoru in this composition for FlyQuest, if that could be that toe-to-toe matchup to face off and create that chaos against Starbound's aggressive positions that Starbound would potentially like to take in their role as a chamber. But it is going to be a game plan they're going to have to try to formulate here.
And what's going to be their controller of choice? Because I've seen Kara lock in the Clove on Bind, I've seen them lock the Brimstone.